The constellation, demon-like judge of fire, will judge your sincerity. The constellation, secret plotter, is somewhat annoyed. The constellation, prison of the golden headband, is actively giving off annoyance. The constellation, prison of the golden headband, asks if you really want to move channels. Dokja smiled as if he was interested. A bridge? Connect your channel to me. Then, isn't it like a duplicated connection? It doesn't matter. You'll be able to move channels through me without having to struggle with the constellations. That's true. Very interesting. There's also something I'm curious about. Curious about? What types of constellations are in the channel I will contract to? I'm just wondering what a big channel will look like, since I've only been in a small channel like this. I would like to see in advance. Is it okay? I deliberately spoke towards Bihyung. Bihyung's expression became hurt in real time. A satisfied smile appeared on Dokja's face. Bihyung, you sounded with a really good incarnation. I really think so. Dokja's hand moved through the air, and he started to manipulate the system. Good. Let's show you the air of the big city. The next moment, it felt like a new cord was stuck in my body. There was a definite connection that seemed to lead somewhere. I slowly blinked and felt countless gazes on me. 1, 2, 3. All the hairs on my body rose. It was quite different from Bihyung's channel. I could feel their presences just from their eyes. Amazing. This was the channel of a Dokja who dominated Tokyo Dome? How is it? There's a new league for you to play in. It seems like there weren't just Japanese constellations. Did this jerk have fixed subscriptions on other continents or worlds? If I worked in such a place, how many coins could I get at once? To be honest, I couldn't even guess. I murmured, "Great. Isn't this really big?" Then the contract. Before that, I want to say hello for a moment. Is that okay? Please do so. Dokja made a disgruntled expression, but he eventually allowed it. I started talking with my eyes closed. Constellations of the Tokyo Dome, can you hear me? Some of the constellations who hate the Korean peninsula are looking at you. I'm sure some of you heard my story. I'm King Dokja, the one who smashed the absolute throne and became the king of the kingless world. Please note that I have no sponsor. Well, that's correct. I hope to get along with you in the future. The constellations of the Tokyo Dome are listening to you. I gave a brief introduction. Some constellations were already starting to approach me indirectly. Good. The start wasn't bad. By the way, as a memorial to my channel, I'll do a small event. A joint event between South Korea and Japan. If you're curious, please connect to BI7623 right now. I'll draw tickets for the early constellations and give coins. Then the channeling was disconnected. I opened my eyes and saw Dokja staring at me as he asked, "What the hell are you doing now?" What? It's an event. What are you thinking? Do you want to die? The constellations on my channel don't play in such shallow waters. I would gladly give him a surprise because he cut me off at the point where people were feeling curious. Then Dokja's body started to slowly change. Wait, constellations, where are you going? The flow was changing. Constellations started to pour into Bihyung's channel little by little. A number of constellations have entered channel BI7623. The channel level has risen. I smiled widely. A lot of you came. Thank you. Are you here for the event? The constellation Prison of the Golden Headband is annoyed at the appearance of these constellations. The constellation Maritime War God resents the appearance of hostile constellations. Wait, don't fight. I didn't call you here to fight. The constellation who likes Murasama is urging you to proceed with the coin lottery. Some constellations are asking about the coin event. Don't be in a hurry. I'll do it in a bit. Think about it. Is it so important to get a coin or two? What's the point if you don't have incarnations to spend the coins? Go slowly, slowly. Some constellations are looking at you with disgruntled eyes. You may have heard of this, but I'll tell you again. I'm King Dokja, and I don't have a sponsor. I won the war between kings and prevented a disaster before it began. There are probably few incarnations stronger than me if you look around the world. There would be none with no sponsor. By the way, it will be hard to last until the end. Dokja started to turn pale as he noticed my intentions. Wait, you! I laughed at Dokja. A production? Yeah. I'll show him what a real production was. Sultan is ahead of the fifth scenario. If you're smart, you know what that means. Yes, that's right. There'll soon be an event that you will like. Now there was less than a week until the start of the scenario. Before the entire disaster scenario started, a special event would be hosted. A banquet for all the constellations of the star stream. Soon, the second sponsor selection would start. I continued speaking. In addition, I would like to do a surprise event. If the number of subscriptions to this channel reaches 10,000 on the day of the sponsor selection, the constellation Prison of the Golden Headband is gulping. I will make one of the constellations of this channel my partner. Constellation Secret Plotter is looking at you with interest. It doesn't matter what gender, race, or world you originated from. It doesn't matter if you're strong or weak, famous or not famous. Anything's okay. What I'm looking for is passion. I hope you have the passion to see the end of this damn story with me. The constellation, Bald General Justin wipes his head. Whoever is good, I'll be waiting for you. 10,000 viewers. Do you remember? Please convey it to other people properly. Wait a minute. Wait, just wait! Dokja cried out, but it was already too late. There was a wicked voice and unstoppable channel messages. I was dizzy from the indirect messages that came from everywhere. Some time passed. Cold anger rose on Dokja's face. He made a decision to raise his hand towards me. Incarnation Kim Dokja. You'll die here. Yeah, I thought he would react like this. I laughed while pretending to be calm. There are currently many constellations watching. Aren't you afraid of the storm? Don't underestimate the master of Tokyo Dome. There's no patience left in Dokja's furious face. Damn. Do you think I can't deal with the probabilities caused by killing a bug like you? Dokja's fingers moved. It was a gesture like he was flicking away a bug. Powerful sparks appeared around me. It was the balloon burst that was Dokja's specialty. The currents would cause my body to burst like a balloon. My soul and intestine would scatter as fragments, and all the pieces that made up my body would become dust scattered into the universe. This is what originally should have happened. What is this? He tried again. Dokja flicked his fingers 2 more times. However, there was no change. Not long afterwards, even the sparks disappeared. This is... The confused Dokja stared at his fingers. However, he still didn't understand. The problem wasn't his fingers. There was a chill, and an enormous shadow appeared behind me, darkening my vision. Hey, Dokja. A voice was suddenly heard. I instinctively knew. The owner of this voice was now protecting me. It was natural when thinking about it. A Dokja who used the system could prevent the use of the system. Is it fun to show off your power? It was the first time I heard Bihung's real voice. The astonished Dokja stuttered. How did you get character redemption? Ah, this. Didn't you just give me a hard time because of your strength? Dokja's face turned red. Belated rage filled his face. You are at best a low-grade Dokja. Bihung, what do you mean by this rudeness? Low-grade? You're also low-grade despite your number of subscribers. I didn't get a promotion on purpose. Do you dare anger me, the master of the Tokyo Dome? Tokyo Dome? Good. Tokyo Dome. Are there many good constellations left there? Bihung moved from behind me towards Dokja. By the way, were you always this small? Their appearance looked the same, but now Bihung was several times larger than Dokja. Bihung's giant shadow proved it. Once again, a Dokja's power increased with their number of subscribers. The fear-stricken Dokja stuttered back. How? You were talking very well earlier. What? I was illegally manipulating the scenario? A black arm emerged from Bihung's shadow and grabbed Dokja's neck, raising him into the air. The jerk who steals the incarnations of others. Who taught you business ethics? You absolutely won't be safe if you do this. What the fuck? Bihung's right arm swelled enormously. Go to Andromeda and find your concept. The shadow's fist burst through the shield on the ceiling, and Dokja flew to the far side of the universe. He wouldn't die because he was a Dokja, but he would be hit hard for a while. Bihung let out a breath like he was relieved. By the way, I nearly died. I sighed with relief and approached Bihung. The channel had grown, but Bihung seemed strange. We looked at each other, and I was wet with Bihung's confused eyes. I couldn't tell if he was laughing or crying. Perhaps this was the expression that Dokjas made when they were really happy. Do you know what I'm seeing right now? I didn't know, but I had an idea. It probably wasn't much different from what I was seeing. The channel level has risen. The channel level has risen. The channel level has risen. A constellation who likes the Korean Peninsula and wants to be your sponsor. A constellation who wants historical reconciliation wants to be your sponsor. A constellation who likes to change gender wonders about your heart. A constellation who joys subculture is interested in you. The endless messages start to fill the ears of me and Bihyung. Now the stage would expand to the world.